Alright, I guess we're live now. Not the way I wanted to do it, but where there's a will, there's a way. Jumping on here, going live because we need to go live. It's Monday, and I've been running around all day, but I managed to be at my original filming location, back here at my parents' house, out in the garage. And we're gonna light up a cigar, we're gonna talk for an hour, heavy self-concept. This didn't even give me an option to put a title on this. So wait, am I live? I don't know, this is stupid that I don't like this format. At least 1 minute of the video needs to be to start a highlight, okay. I don't know what that is, welcome to chat. All right, whenever you guys get here, write something in the chat, let me know if you're here. Because, this is a weird format, I don't like it up and down. That's why one of the reasons I don't like the TikTok format, but hey, we're here, we're gonna make it happen, we're gonna go live and talk about self-concept, heavy self-concept day. I talked about this in the last video, that people have asked me, oh, when can I stop doing self-concept? I've done self-concept, and when am I gonna get my desire? And let me set myself up. All right, so wait for some people to come in, and then we'll talk. Also, we got merch here too. Now, I'll say this real quick. With the merch, this is a large hoodie, but it's supposed to be unisex. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I'm a bigger dude, and it only goes to there. Luckily, every time I wear long sleeves, I like to expose these forearms. So, that's fine. I'll probably cut the sleeves off this. But if you're a lady, and you want a large, which is the right size, we'll fit good. And wait, I'm gonna order an extra large, make sure that fits. Extra large should be good for the guys. Anyway, that's the little bit of talk on merch, but now let me get into self-concept. So I want to talk about when you're doing things for your self-concept. Let's say you want to, let's just go with what everybody's trying to do. You want an SP, right? Okay, I want to manifest my SP, my ex, whatever, I want to get them back. So I'm going to work on self-concept. Ask yourself this, why are you working on self-concept? If you are working on self-concept to get them back and that is your sole reason, then you're defeating the purpose of self-concept. Self-concept is about you and your self-image and how you see yourself. So let's say I want, look at that, it's getting hot. Just turn my mic off. All right, so for self-concept, you want the SP back, but you're doing this to get that. That's not how manifesting works. If you're doing something to get something, that implies you already don't have the thing you want. And if we're coming from the law of assumption, we're assuming that we have something. So if I want to have a cigar, I'm not going to go to the store with my cigar to go buy a cigar or take action and take some money out of the cash machine to go buy a cigar. I'm not going to do anything to get it because I already have it. And I carry myself as a guy who's already got it. Maybe it's kind of a lame metaphor there, but the point is, so many of us, we're doing self-concept to get something. When you're doing self-concept, you're feeling, the point of it is to feel worthy to have the thing you want and everything else that you want. It's not just for one particular thing, and it's, like I said, doing the self-concept to get something is implying that you lack that thing that you have. And I know it's contradicting, and I know it's kind of confusing, but bear with me on this. Self-concept is solely for you to feel better about yourself and become more confident, because if you're more confident, you won't feel like a loser, you won't feel like someone who's lacking something, you'll feel like someone who has the life they deserve and the life that they want. You'll feel confident and secure in yourself, which would mean whatever happens on the 3D and the outside doesn't rattle and shake you and make you feel unworthy of it. And it makes it easier to battle these outside circumstances that seem to be impossible walls. You are putting yourself in a position where you can't be defeated. So that's why self-concept is important. And I want to see, welcome to the chat. Remember, guard your privacy and your ability. Okay, where's the chat? All right, if you guys are here, write something in the chat, because I don't know if I can read it. Live chat, all messages are visible. Okay, maybe it is working. So like when people are coming to me saying, when can I stop doing self-concept? You can never fucking stop doing it, because it is a constant reminder, a constant self-talk that you are worthy of whatever you want. Even me, you guys will see me in the lives, I'll make a self-deprecating joke. Don't do that. You can do it here and there, but keep your mind just knowing it's a joke, because you could offhandedly make a remark, but really that's a deep down assumption. You don't want to assume anything bad about yourself. If you're assuming something bad about yourself, then you're setting yourself up to have that negative circumstance that you just placed yourself out there. Saying, oh, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm poor, I'm broke, just joking around, or I can't afford that car's too expensive for me. Oh, I'll never get that, I'll never look like that, I'm too fat to look like that, or wear that, or whatever. No, you don't want to have any negative self-concept or self-talk. Your self-talk is setting up for who you are. Hey there, great to see you too, John. What's up, brother? Okay, so good, I'm glad you did that, because now I can see that you guys are here. Like I said, this is impromptu. I've been running around all day, and I had to find time to stop here and do this. And look, we got merch, and slowly the merch is coming in. Before I launch the store, I want to see everything. This is a large, it's unisex, but for men, you're a bigger guy, get the extra large. That's what I'm gonna order next, just to make sure. So we got the merch right here. On the back, it says you can't fuck this up. Anyway, like I said, doing self-concept to get something. I'm just gonna keep reiterating this point because I keep bringing it up to multiple clients that I've had. Doing self-concept to get something is the opposite of self-concept. You're doing stuff for yourself because you love yourself. You're setting yourself up and talking to yourself positively to make yourself happy and feel good and feel secure and be reinforced against anything on the outside coming to attack your positive self-talk. So that's the whole point of it. It's not to get something. And I don't think that point can be stressed enough. Self-concept is important, and you're never going to stop doing it. Let's see. So it's a Monday, and I want to hear from you guys. What is the, what have you guys been up to this weekend? Have you guys stayed on your mental diets throughout the weekend? I know the weekends are the hard times, especially if it's, you want SP or you don't have the money to go out and party with your friends or whatever. I mean, I was out with some people the other day, and it's like, you'd be surprised at how many people are struggling financially. So let's try and work on our money self-concepts too. And here's another self-concept point I want to bring up as well. Putting yourself in a situation to raise your self-concept. So if you want to see yourself as high society, high class, and I just went through this with a client earlier. If you want to raise up where you are in life and who you are, do little things. Like I always say, you don't need to take action on the 3D, but if it helps you feel better and raise your self-concept, by all means do it. Like for me, making this merch, even if no one has bought it yet and I haven't launched the store, that is something that makes me feel like a more successful coach, feel like I'm official and like I'm good at this. Like I said, if you're coming from like a low self-concept place, you need to raise yourself up. So something like that. I've been looking into, like you guys know, I like to wear my suits and I like to wear nice clothes. Even if I'm not going anywhere special, dress up, play the part. Like they said, life is a movie. We're playing a character. Dress and act like the character you want to be. Not being phony, but making yourself feel that way. Because if you did have the life you want, you're already going to be dressing, acting, and putting yourself in certain situations. So if you can and it's affordable, then go and do those certain things. Affirming like crazy, there you go. Well, we know robotic affirming works. I've had my success stories with it. And if affirming is your method of choice, then there's no wrong way to do it. This is another topic I've been talking to clients about too, is it's not the technique that manifests, it's you that manifests. The technique is only to get you in the feeling state. So if you are robotically affirming, yes, it works, but robotically affirming is if you're hard-headed on it a little bit. I feel like there were times where I was hard-headed on certain things and I've used robotic affirming. You're just repetitively hitting it. It's like something really big and you're trying to bring it down. It's like trying to shoot an elephant with a tiny little pistol. And it's not going to feel it, but you keep shooting. You're hitting these little affirmations again. Eventually, you'll kill that monster mammoth or elephant that's trying to bear down on your manifestation, but it might take a long time and it might seem impossible. Oh, I'm just saying this little positive thing again and again. Eventually, it works and the mammoth comes down, the elephant comes down. Like I said, I'm full of weird metaphors today, but you know, the robotic affirming hits it like that. Or when you get, and then that might build you into a more positive self-concept too, where you could just say, all my affirmations come true, everything works out, and you hit general affirmations, but they're strong and you're confident in them. So you only have to hit 1 or 2 times a day, or whenever you think about your manifestation, hit it with 1 manifestation, and it's strong enough because you believe in yourself. At the end, it's your belief and your self-concept that manifests the particular thing that you want. Whereas I'm confident in my visualization ability, so I know if I sit down before bed, go to sleep with my vision, or I do a couple sat sessions, I don't have to do it again and again because I'm confident that I've already done the work and I can relax and let it be. Nice metaphor, thank you. You're too kind. So then, like I said, there's that. I feel bad my brother just swept his garage. I'll have to sweep it. So that's the point. Self-concept is very, oh wow, that was a pretty cool smoke ring. Look at that. I fingered it. I was going to make a self-concept joke about why you guys stayed for this long. I never know. But let's not make this any self-concept jokes. Let's just stay positive and know that everything is working out in our favor, and we only talk positively about ourselves. That's the hardest part. That's why I struggle balancing comedy with this, because a lot of it is self-deprecating jokes. Do not joke about yourself too much, because if you do, that is almost a robotic affirmation. Even if you don't believe the things you're joking about yourself and you keep making those same jokes, you'll start to see it played out in reality. Even though I'm working out and I'm looking good and I'm feeling good, make fat jokes, other people start making fat jokes. It's like, well, I'm not looking bad though. And then they keep hitting you with it. Then you start to believe it. Then you start to see it. Then you start to eat bad. Then more things, and then you start taking negative actions in your 3D by skipping the gym or eating bad, and you start to become that. And I want to talk about a little positive thing too, not a little positive, but self-talk. Self-talk goes with self-concept, and it's about Mike Tyson too, so we'll have a nice real-world example from there. Mama Delia, hey doll, looking good, feeling good, thinking good. There you go, love it. I always enjoy the positive things you say and very supportive of people. Well, thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I try to support everybody here, and I want to keep it where this is like a positive environment. We're all here to support each other. We're all in this together. And, you know, we might have different goals. We might have the same goals. I may have accomplished things that you've accomplished. You may have accomplished things I haven't accomplished. I've had clients who've achieved success that I'm looking to achieve, and I've achieved things that they're looking to achieve. So we're all in this together, and that's why when I launched that Discord, when I stopped being lazy, it's a little bit of a negative self-talk, but a little bit real, maybe to motivate myself to go do it more. Just confusing to make it like the paid Discord and stuff like that. You guys know my issues with the technology. But point is, I want to have that little community where we're all in this together, we're all supporting each other and getting to where we need to be. And I was just talking with someone about your positive self-talk. And I like this line, and it's an affirmation if you want to take it. It's an affirmation I've been taking, but it's from Mike Tyson. He says you have to be him before you become him. And by that goes right into manifesting. And it's a self-concept thing. And if you want to be a champion at a sport, if you want to be the guy or the girl that has your SP, if you want to be the millionaire, if you want to be the successful person, you have to be them before you become them. By that, you're imagining how it feels every day. Like I've had 2 opportunities to have 2 convertibles in the past week. And now I've passed on both opportunities. There's a very specific one I want. I'm like, okay, I could take the maybe things. Or I could wait for the exact specific car I'm looking for. And it might take longer to manifest, but why not get exactly what you want? That's law of assumption, right? It's not, oh, well, it's kind of close to what I want, so I'll take it. No, that's law of attraction shit. We're law of assumption. We get exactly what the fuck we want. So while I had those opportunities come up, I take them as birds before land. So we're not shitting on ourselves for not getting exactly what we want. We're happy with the signs that we see. And everything can be a sign. You assign the value to whatever sign you see. Like I said, you see angel numbers, they don't mean anything other than their numbers, but if you start to assign meanings to them, they'll show up and precede things that you want. If you think when the moon looks a certain way, that's something in your advantage, well then okay, every time you see that, make sure you double down, hit an affirmation, do sats, write something down, whatever method you're using, scripting, affirming, or anything, whatever you're using, jump into that method, or just feel that it's done already. Remember, feeling is the secret. And that kind of brings me to intuition too, I wanted to talk about. and I don't mind. I'm talking faster than usual, and I'm rushing it. Like I said, I'm on a time crunch today, but we're not going to miss a Monday live. And I want to talk about intuition. Intuition is a feeling that something's working out in your favor or something you should be wary of. Like one purchase that I was going to make, like I said, when it came down to these cars, intuition, well, no, it wasn't intuition. At first, it was, I guess, a lust for the vehicle. Not in a sexual way, but it's just you wanted to have it. But something didn't feel right on the deal, even though the deal felt really good. And it seemed really good, and the other deal too seemed really good. Seemed like a manifestation was unfolding for me. But they were both not the particular thing I'm looking for. Intuition said to hold off on them. Well, it turned out one of them was a complete mechanic job to be done on, and the other one was just advised against by a mechanic. So that was kind of where I was like, okay, my intuition was kind of telling me hold back, hold back, hold back, and then things in my reality started letting me know and confirming, okay, you're right to hold back. Now, could that have been fear manifesting itself and pushing things away? Maybe, but I feel at the end of the day it's the right decision. Same thing with intuition. You get a feeling, like the story with me and my SP getting back together. When I ran into her best friend at the gym and I only met her once, and my intuition, it was like a voice or a feeling or something just pushing me. The feeling thought, I can't explain it, it's like a thought, a voice, but you're not hearing a voice, but it gives you a feeling and like you know what the words are to what it is. Very hard to explain, but you'll know it when you feel it. Saying, if you don't talk to this woman, you'll regret it forever. Basically, I talked to her, and then that's what led to me and SP getting back together. You guys know the story. If you've been here for a while, it's it's a couple videos and a couple lives. Anyway, that's the point of it. That I knew it was time to take action because I was just being pushed and felt that I had to. And another way to tell intuition too is if you ignore something, it's like, nah, you know what, fuck it, I'm not focused on that, I'm not, whatever. Like another time where I was split up with SP, you guys know, up and downs with me and her. Not that that's still a story, that story's dead, but when there was another time, it was like I had an intuition to send her a message, and I always said, don't reach out. Like, how do I know when to reach out? You'll know, you'll have that feeling, but just to make sure, because the feeling can be hard to be decided or deciphered, the feeling could be panic and fear needing to send the message, or it could be actual intuition. So another sign would be, if it is intuition, it is the right move. You can put it off. So I said, if I still feel this way tomorrow, I will. And I kept my mind busy and distracted. I did everything else that I wanted to do. Next thing you know, all right, I'm able to, the next day, I'm like, let me put it off another day. And I did 2-3 days, but still I kept having that feeling and it felt natural. And it felt, even if I don't get a response, I just want to send this message. And I did, and then boom, bada bing, bada boom, we go wherever we are now. So, that's intuition, and the way I explained it to SP, as you guys know, she's getting into manifesting too, but more from like the religious aspect. So I translated to her from the Bible. I said, the way you communicate with God, and for anyone else who's not on the Christian side of it, with the universe or your higher power or your religious belief, the higher source power, that's the communicating force, communicates through feeling. God communicates through feeling. So feeling is the secret, like Neville said. So when you feel a certain type of way, that's like you feel like your manifestation is already complete. It's here. Like, let's just go with the Bible quote for it, because like there's so many great manifesting quotes in there, and I want to start talking about the Stoics a lot more, maybe making some shorts about it. But pray as though you have received already, and it shall be yours. So tell me that's not a manifesting line. So what you want to do is start feeling like you already have your desire, and it will be yours. So feeling is the secret, like Neville said. But also, I feel like it is a way of, it's like a receptor too at times, where you're feeling a certain type of way about a situation, almost like God or the universe is communicating to you, aiding you towards your manifestation. If the decision you are going to make is right or wrong or the right move, you'll be pushed towards it. Everything guides you to where you need to be. What's up, Tony? How you doing, brother? I love the background, very rustic, bohemian. Yeah, it's a garage. It's my parents' garage. So I came here to start up my motorcycle and make sure that still works and take my car to the mechanic over here. So it's been a crazy day running around. Still got to go pick up my meals. I had to put that off. Got to put the live off. But hey, we're here. Better late than never. Everything is working out in our favor. Maybe we're going to get to talk to some viewers we haven't seen. Maybe we're going to get more viewers. You know, everything is working out in our favor. So even though things didn't work out perfectly, they worked out perfectly. See what I'm saying? That's the approach you have to see. Mental diet and filter everything. No matter how bad it looks, nothing is ever as bad as it seems. If you trust that everything is working out in your favor, even though things look bad and catastrophic, they are actually working out in your favor. But you have to believe that first. You have to be that thought before you become that thought. Believe it's working out in your favor, and then no matter what comes your way, good, bad, or ugly, it's working out in your favor, and then you get there. So adopt that frame of thinking. That's your mental diet. Flip every story and everything, no matter if it looks bad or good. Well, if it's good, leave it alone. Or make it better. You can make it better too. But if you get something bad, flip that motherfucker immediately. You don't want to have bad thoughts or assumptions. Even if you don't feel like what your news story is real, have that news story. So you want to be with that. You want to be in that frame of thinking always. So if you guys want, I mean, we're 21 minutes in, man, I fucking blew through that really quick. If you guys got questions, comments, anything about manifesting or life or anything in general, or if you're struggling with a certain thing or you want to do, like I said, these are the open forums to talk, chat, whatever you're going through, we talk about it right here. You know what? Let me share this too, because everybody always asked for ink. Let me send it to her. I don't know if I'm gonna lose. All right, hopefully you guys are still here. I shared that to a couple people right now. I know you guys are always asking about ink, so I sent it over to her. Hopefully she's free and she'll jump in. Mystic Nick turned my bad story into gold. Listen to this dude. Well, thank you. I'm glad that it was able to help turn your story around and you feel better about it. Hey, there she is. What's up, Queen? I remember to send it to you today too. I was about to listen to your audio messages, so I'm like, let me send it in. I was just listening to them, but it's been a crazy day. I was telling everyone I've been running around, got the bike started, and went to the mechanic. But today's big thing is self-concept. I want to push everyone to stick to your self-concept and remember your self-concept. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it every fucking time I'm on here because it's that important. You don't ever stop with self-concept, and you're doing self-concept for you. And when you're doing it for you, everything else in your 3D reality will start to respect you the way you respect yourself. Remember, the world is a mirror, so it's only giving back whatever you're feeling. So if you're feeling good and loving yourself, then it's going to be feeling good and loving you. Just the same way as if you feel like shit and you feel like garbage, then you will be treated that way. It might sound unfair, it might sound like shit, but that's what it is. I'm telling you that because it's what I've experienced. How do you trust in the unseen? I feel anxious. Well, that's the hard part. This is where detachment comes in. I always say detaching is not quitting. Detaching is walking in faith. Now, remember my stories where I said everything I was visualizing happening in the background was happening in the background? And that was in SP terms. But I used to do that too about a boss treating me a different way. I used to envision like his wife talking to him and telling him, oh, this is actually a good worker, blah, blah, blah. You're too hard on the guy, whatever. He came back, told me, you know, I had a chat with my wife and blah, blah, blah. All the same things I reflected in my head. So later on, like, you don't pry for the information when you're in a good situation. Let it be unfolded naturally, because it will. Everything that you think is happening in the background, it is, whether you see it or not. The point is, and I just talked to someone about this today. When stuff's happening in the background and you don't see it, the point is you're not supposed to see it yet, because you might get hyper and jump on it and try to and mess up what it's doing. The universe and God are unfolding everything perfectly the way they're supposed to. But sometimes you can't know about something. Remember, you want this gift, but the gift is going to be brought to you at a surprise party. So you know you're going to get the specific gift. It's the gift you told everybody you wanted. It's your friend God is going to bring you a gift for your birthday. But he doesn't want to tell you that he's going to bring it to you because he's got to go out, buy it, whatever, pack it all up and surprise you with it at your birthday. But you know it's going to be at your birthday. All the guests you're inviting, they're going to bring you a birthday gift. And somebody will bring you the gift that you want. But you don't know how it's going to come. Maybe the birthday's a bad example because it's a specific date. You can manifest on a specific date, but that's really walking in faith and trusting. So when you detach and you focus on other things that make you happy and more confident, like I said, focusing on you, not to get, but focusing on you because you love you and want to make you feel better, that will get you what you want. So becoming so preoccupied in working on yourself, like your body for working out, working on your whatever your passion is. If you like to game and hang out with your friends, do more of that. If you love to watch movies, go to the movies. Whatever your passions are, whatever makes you feel good, focus on that, because if you're focused on SP, you can't just have SP and me. That's the end all be all. You won't be happy unless you have that, because guess what? I've had that mentality before and still manifested. You can do it both. But you won't be happy when you get the SP because something is still missing, because you didn't do the work on you and you didn't keep doing the work on you. So you always feel like something's missing. Oh, you definitely have to listen to it. It's a success story. Oh, I can't wait to hear that. Yeah, I saw you sent one earlier. I know I've not been the best at replying. I've been trying to catch up on phone calls and keep everybody, everyone who's a client, try to book up the sessions this week, trying to get stuff done in my daily life. Oh, and here's a success story for you too. Remember the thing where I told you I might be getting laid off and stuff like that? Well, I was like, I would love to go full-time into this. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go full-time into being a coach and all that stuff, right? Well, it's like, not that I can't do it, but it's like, there's still a fear to it. And I was like, okay, well, at least I would love to still be making the same amount of money I did. And if I stay at this job, I gave the universe a choice on this. And you could do it with a choice. So my choice to the universe was, either keep me on the shift I am, they're gonna put me on a fucking crazy ass shift. Either keep me on this shift or lay me off so I could get unemployment and focus on the channel while looking for jobs. Those were the choices I gave the universe. The universe, when you give it a choice, it will choose the path of least resistance. So I kept the job and I got to stay on my good shift, which should be no reason for me not to be putting in the work that there is. There's a heavy degree of laziness and fear of success. I feel like a lot of us do have that fear too, fear of success. That comes from low self-concept. So do I have issues with my self-concept still? Yeah. Maybe not with SP in terms of SP. Maybe not in terms of money all the way, but there's a little degree of money. But in terms of who I can be and the impact I can make on the manifesting community, there may be a little bit of an impact. The impact that I want to make my self-concept may be impacted a little bit by that. So that's me owning up to my shit and where I'm fucked up in my self-concept. So anyway, the point was, wound up staying at the job on a shift where I could still keep doing the Monday lives and doing everything. And I want to start doing more live streams. I do plan to be going live with a therapist who believes in manifestation tomorrow. That is the intention. If Inked is open to it, Wednesday I would like to go with her. Outlining a podcast with a medium coming up, maybe next Monday or later on this week, I don't know. I'm trying to go every single day live. That's the wish, the hope, but we don't wish and we don't hope, we just manifest. And if we're lazy, we just fucking do it. So right? It's been 2 years. Well, H, I will say this too. You may say it's been 2 years, but for the time that we've been here in the chat, you always say, I want, I need. You have a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. And like I said, if you can't let go of anger and resentment, that's an issue. You want to let go of the anger and resentment, and you have to let go of that, because the world reflects you. You're feeling victimized by the situation. You want to feel positive. You want to have love towards that. If you have resentment, pain, and anger and wanting an apology, well, wanting means you don't have, so you're not getting the apology. And you're focused on the worst aspects of that person. And like Neville says, I can't tell you the time it's going to happen, but is it worth persisting in that one particular person too? Like I said, I don't tell you you can't have a certain thing, because I got whatever I wanted. But the thing was surrendering and believing. It's like, okay, it is what it is. I mean, I've seen too many success stories in the community and in my own life. I wouldn't be out here teaching this stuff if I didn't see the success in my own life. It's a crazy journey, and it does require a lot of strength. It requires a lot of faith. It requires believing that things are working out in your favor and doing a lot of inner work, not just, all right, I love myself. Can I have it now? That's not how this works. It is, I genuinely love myself and believe I'm worthy of this. But if I don't get it, that's okay, because I love myself and that is not giving me happiness. I feel the happiness now. It is going and having good, positive inner conversations with the person that you want, or the thing that you want, or imagining yourself in situations. And our minds are naturally programmed to go to the worst case scenario, negativity or fights. So if your mind is going there, you need to get control of it. If you don't have control of your mind, the world has control of you. The 3D circumstances have control of you. You have to be in control of 3D circumstances by controlling your mind and your self-concept, which is where it all starts. What if they treat us less than what we deserve? In my case, they're married, different country, and treating me like a side chick. Some circumstances just feel impossible. Yeah, that's true. I mean, those are circumstances that I haven't faced, but I have faced ones with third party. And remember, what I did with third party was the best way to get rid of a third party is to remove attention towards it. If you're being mistreated, don't accept that. Someone with a high self-concept is, okay, I mean, this is the point where if it feels more comfortable for you to walk away, block, or not talk, it doesn't mean you're not going to get your manifestation. If you focus on it lovingly, and if the conversations you are having are not positive ones. I mean, I sat there being treated like shit before. So like somebody told me one time, all you did was teach me how to get walked all over. Well, have I been walked all over? Yeah. Have I had fucking sand kicked in my face and metaphorically on this whole thing? Yep. I have felt like complete shit. I have been utterly depressed. The amount of stuff I've had to go through to get to where I am has been crazy. And at the end, it feels worthwhile, but you want to start feeling the way I feel now before you get there, because that's how you get there. You are just, here's where you are, here's the negative circumstance, here's this whole thing of time, and here's the person you want to be. If you're here, this is your negative circumstance, and this is where you want to be, but you're not jumping over it to get to there, you're focused on what's in front of you, you're here, 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 here. Okay, now we're up against the thing that we want, but it's still divided by this, and now the time's moving with it. So we don't want to focus on that. If you are being treated horribly, I will say this: if there's anything physical, do not manifest the person back. Do not focus. Do not waste attention on it. That's my own moral thing. If you want to find a coach who does believe and still will fight through that, go ahead. I didn't have any physical stuff towards me, but emotionally and like all the shit that I went through, it was bad. I didn't like it, but I found a reason to persist. I saw the good in somebody, and I held out hope, and I visualized the best, and I had great inner conversations. If you want to have a conversation, I know how it is. You're so desperate, you'll send anything just to get a little, they said something to me today, and I'm going to go off that. You don't need to go off anything in the 3D to give yourself the motivation you need. You just need to go off what's in here and in here. You give yourself the conversation you want to hear. You give yourself the motivation you need to keep going. You don't look for outside circumstances to give it to you. If it requires not talking or muting their social media, then do that. If you have to write a letter to them, to yourself, forgiving the circumstances, forgiving them, forgiving third party, and burn those letters and get rid of them and just relax and be with you, then do that. But don't get kicked around. Don't feel like shit, because if the 3D is making you feel like shit, sometimes you got to remove yourself and just go into the 4D and focus on yourself, your passions, your love, and your happiness, and trust that because you're doing that, that the whole world is going to reflect it to you, including SP. So many people will be like, well, everyone's treating me good except for SP. Well, what are you noticing? You're noticing, yes, my self-concept is impacting me here, but because you didn't see it right away with the SP, well, it doesn't work on them. No, it does. This self-concept works everywhere. Faith can move mountains, but you have to be faithful in that faith. You have to be faithful in the story you're telling yourself that it can move mountains and that anything is possible. Focus on just being you is the shortcut. Focusing outwards delays it. Yeah, when you're looking for out here to feel good, you're never going to feel it, because if out here's not giving you what you want, then you're never going to feel good, because you need that to feel good. But if you focus on in here, you can create worlds. Like Neville said, worlds within worlds within worlds in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own belief system. That's what you can do. You have to create the positivity within you. And when you become that pillar of happiness, success, positivity, and joy, it radiates out. People feel it. I don't want to get all energetic and law of attraction-y, but that vibration, that positivity, it gets felt out there. And I'm telling you, everyone is you pushed out. If you see the best in people, you forgive, you forget, and move on from something, like I said, there's still negative things and aspects that play through my head that bother me. But do I let that stop me? No. You have to mental diet, self-concept, love yourself, and just repeatedly beat it into your head that you are good and you are perfect and whole. I affirmed so much this past week. Yesterday I felt like I didn't need to affirm. Took a break, played games all day long, and it was the weekend. It was fun. There you go. See, that's the thing. You're finding yourself again. You're finding happiness in yourself where you didn't need it. It's like when you do that, it's like, oh, SP is not important. Yeah, I can have SP. That's cool. Whatever. They'll come to me in time, and I'm not concerned when it is. Here's a little hack if it's taking you a long time. Sometimes I wished my stuff took longer because I didn't feel like I was ready for it yet. I felt like, no, I need to focus on me more. So those of you who have all this amount of time and you're feeling anxious and depressed and like garbage, I look back now, it's like all that time where I was feeling anxious and depressed or trying to manifest, that's such wasted time. I missed parties. I missed time with family, time with friends. I spent all that time in depression and not feeling good and lost time off my own life. So don't lose time off your life. Don't lose time off your family and your friends. Don't lose time off people who are giving you what you're looking for now. Appreciate what you have. God's giving you a gift with those things, so take the gift. If you are getting a gift and you take it and you're actually grateful for it, that gives God and the universe more reasons to give you more gifts. So why would you not take those gifts and feel good about them? That's the point. Feel good and be grateful for what you have. And if you don't see something, be grateful you have it anyway, even though you don't. You're supposed to act like you have received it already and it shall be yours. So that makes me happy, John. I'm glad that you did that. Mama, persisting, not looking, and doing what you love is definitely a shortcut. I don't know about Wednesday. I gotta get Ben to and from Scouts. Well, don't worry about that, Ink. We'll find a time. If not, I'm gonna try and go live again. But we'll get it together. We'll set up a live stream together. We'll be able to talk. I want to talk about the stuff that you've been working on and what you found through a completely, like, not, I don't want to say weird because that's like a negative association, but what you've been doing with manifesting, I do believe it relates to what you're doing. H, you definitely need to have to let go of the anger and dealing with that to forgiving and persisting is key. Yep. Where are you? There's a lot of static noise. I am back in my parents' garage because I've been running around all day, so I don't have the microphone with me, and luckily I had the tripod. So this is impromptu. We're on the go. This is run and gun filming. This is just like back in my days of being an independent filmmaker. We filmed when we could, where we could, no matter what. I'm finding it requires community. Supportive people are a must during hard times. Yeah, and that's why I try to keep these lives going, because like I keep saying, I said at the beginning of this live, I'll say it again, we are all in this together. I might be manifesting this and you might be manifesting that, but maybe you manifested what I want and I manifested what you want, so I'm gonna tell you what I did and you can tell me what you did. And all that positive energy, look at Joe Dispenza's meditation groups and stuff. Maybe we'll start doing live meditations or something like that when we get more viewers, or maybe we'll do it through a Discord or something. We'll find a way, but we'll start doing like these live streams. Like they would take a group of sick people and a group of healthy people, and they like hook up their brains to these wires, and they'd be meditating and praying for health for these people who were sick, and they would be being thankful for the prayers and the feeling of healedness that they were getting. And then they would see if they had cancer, it went away or shrank. Or if they were blind, they could see. If they were deaf, they heard. It was crazy, like the miracles that Joe Dispenza was seeing. That's just the power of thought. If you could heal something in your own body, if I could go out there and change something in the 3D, with, like in terms of an SP, or a boss who was a piece of shit, which is another SP, if I could go out there and change things like that, and I could change health, or you could wish health and pray for health for somebody, and you could see all these exterior changes, and you could do it for your body too, and your physique. There's a million things you could change. Everything can be changed. The whole world is clay. The potter's house. The world is the potter's house, and you are the potter. God lives within you. You have the power of God to create the world and the life that you desire. What's up, Divine Empress? How you doing? Yeah, if you keep looking at social media, you're going to find what you don't want. Yeah, whatever you look for, you will find. This is a warning and a positive message too. Whatever you look for, you will find. If you're looking for negative or bad circumstances, you will find them. If you're looking for good, you will find that. So only look for the good. If you catch yourself looking for the bad, catch your mind and say, no, 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 we're on a fucking mental diet and we're only going to manifest good, loving thoughts and things into our life. Susie J, what's up? I know that's why I don't look at social media. Exactly, we don't want to play with social media. It's definitely weird, but cool. Yeah, I do think it's cool too. I love what you're doing and I want to talk about it too. And it gives us a chance too to talk about more success stories and good things that we got going on and catch up, since it's been hard to catch up lately. Thank you for responding. No problem, Tony. That's what these lives are for. I try to answer every single person I could. Gonzo journalism. I love Gonzo. I don't know what you're referencing Gonzo journalism in, but I know Fear and Loathing. Some music. We can go live Friday or Saturday if you're free. I've got the kids for extra days next week. Dad is on vacation again. Oh boy. Well, yeah, we could do that too. We could always try to get that in. How did you forgive SP? A part of me has forgiven my SP. What happened between us? But ego mind starts creeping in with bad thoughts. So I will tell you that too. There's a lot of bad thoughts, and I will tell you, like I did last week. I don't know if you caught last week's live. But every day, this is where mental diet comes in and self-concept comes in. You cannot and you will not dwell in the negative. If you do, thanks for fucking up my flow. Hey, everything happens for a reason. Hopefully I don't get fucking flagged on copyright for that. All right, anyway, you cannot and you will not focus on the negative. You will only focus on the positive. For me, personally, I talked about this before. The negative shit that happened, it plays through my head every goddamn day. This is where your mental diet comes in. Your mental diet is a daily thing, just like your physical diet is a daily thing. This is why your mental health is mental health, just like your physical health. You have to maintain both. You have to eat properly, you have to think properly. You have to do your manifesting techniques and do your workouts. This is a lifestyle. We are living a manifesting lifestyle, and let's couple that with fitness if we can, and we will. Couple it with fitness. We are living a healthy, physical, and mental, and spiritual lifestyle. So when it comes in terms of forgiveness, yeah, I have to deal with it every day. Go through, one of the things was, I saw SP's side. I went and saw my own flaws. Then I went back and tracked my own negative thoughts and the things that happened at that time. And Ink helped me with that too, track them out when all the worst things happened. It was like, okay. Because you guys saw one of the, like everything was good when the channel first started, then it blew up and blah, 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 so we all know that story. Ink helped me go back and trace out all my bad thoughts too. So I forgave SP because, what did they say in the Bible? Let's borrow another Bible quote. When Jesus is being crucified, worst thing, these people are murdering the man, and he says, forgive them, they know not what they do. But he was thinking about it the night before, and for a while he knew they were coming to kill him. So, you are expecting something to happen to you, good, bad, or indifferent. We hope it's good that you're expecting, but if you're expecting bad, it's gonna play out bad. So I went back, okay, where were my thoughts? Yeah, they were most definitely negative fucking thoughts, and a negative motherfucking situation played out, and it crushed me. Well, it only crushed me because I allowed it to crush me as number one. We're human, we're gonna feel emotions. Yes, certain things will make you feel certain ways, but at the end of the day, it's just a situation that happened in the time, in the universe, and the place. It just happened. You choose how you react to it. Okay, you react in pain and hurt and resentment, cool. You're a human having a human experience, that's fine. But do you choose to stay in that state and in regards to that person in that situation? Or do you forgive it and let it go? Now, like I said, it will play again. It plays frequently in my head, but I turn it around. And if I start thinking a bad thought, I think a good memory instead. But I won't lie. I'll let the bad part play. I'll be the devil's advocate. I'll let it play a little bit. I'll feel it. I'll get that little bit of anger. Okay, let it play out. I'm not trying to suppress anything. Let it go. I let it come and go and flow out. Then I go positive and dwell on that and really feel the positive side, the positive memory, or the positive thought, and I go on that. In terms of, what do you call it? Letting it go, that's what you have to do, and building your strong self-concept. Why does your ego hurt? Let's ask ourselves, why does our ego hurt? Why did mine hurt? Because you're now thinking what other people will think if, depending on whatever the situation is, if you get back with this particular person, or if you do this certain action, or you take a certain job, or you do whatever it is, your ego gets in the way because It's worried what will other people think about you, what will other people think because you did this. When you realize that it's all just you and the world is mirroring you, and you realize if you don't give a fuck, they don't give a fuck. Really, when you break it down, how many people actually give a fuck? I've been online for years doing all kinds of stuff, comedy, acting, film stuff, bodybuilding stuff, and now this. Have I received hate? Yeah, motherfucker, I have. But guess what? Does it hurt me? Back then it did. Does stuff still hit me now? A couple things maybe sting here and there, but it doesn't destroy me. It doesn't take me off my path. You can feel, that's the point of being human, you can feel and experience, but let go. Because at the end of the day, when we're dead and gone, while we are eternal beings and we're going to go on forever, what happens here doesn't really matter. It's still just, think about shit that happened in grammar school or when you were a little kid. It seemed like the biggest, worst thing at that time. And here's a perfect example. I used to read, because I wanted to be an actor, so I used to read those teeny bop magazines that were mainly geared towards girls, but I was on the sports team and stuff. Well, there's words that I'm not going to use them because I don't want to get banned, but there are words other guys would be jabbing me with and stuff. So it's like, what the fuck? And then you want to fight with them and stuff like that. And it's like the biggest thing at the time. I grew up and now I'm out here doing shit. I'm making moves, making a positive impact on society with this channel. I'm going out, I'm motivating people at the gym. I'm helping people at the gym whenever they need help. I'm doing good things in the world. And all that shit, I didn't remember that till right now. It popped in my head right now as a perfect example. But at the end of our life, that's what this little moment, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, okay, that seems like a long time. Looking back on 3 years with a positive attitude with SP, I'm not upset over a single goddamn bad thing that happened because it made me a better man than I am now. I look back on the past 10 years of my life, from where I was when I left high school to where I am now, past 10 years. Did I get where I wanted to be in professional football or bodybuilding or acting or comedy? No. But am I proud of where I am? God damn right I am. I'm proud of the fucking Mystic Manifesting channel. I'm proud of this little Flex Entertainment channel that I made. I went out and did something anyway, and people talk shit about this channel. And I know there's people that I probably know in my real life that talk shit about this. I let go of it because I don't let my ego control me. If I let my ego control me, that's letting other people control me. That's letting the 3D control me. And if I have control over my mind, then I control whatever's happening. I control how I react to things. I don't control, like this is Marcus Aurelius. I don't control the outside actions. I control how I react to them. And you control how you react to them enough, you start controlling what happens out there. As within, so without. So hopefully that helps, Tony. What are your thoughts on revision? Sorry. What are your thoughts on revision? I had a mental breakdown and said and did some manipulative things to my SP and pushed her away. I think I've done too much damage to manifest her back. I am going to therapy and on meds mentally. I'm a lot better. Okay, let me tell you one thing. What's the back of this shirt say? You can't read it because I can't turn. It says, you can't fuck this up. What is the motto of this channel? You can't fuck this up and everything's working out in your favor. I've done a lot of stupid things. This is why I had to go back to self forgiveness. I've done stupid shit too. This is not just a one-way fuck up. She did something, I did something, okay? We both did stuff. To most people, was what she did worse? Yeah. But what I did, was it creepy and weird too sometimes? Like showing up at fucking Chili's because I couldn't work out, but I had a feeling she might be at Chili's around the corner from the gym that day and leaving flowers on the car? That's fucking weird and creepy and stupid and against everything I teach. But did I do it? Yeah. Did I fuck up? Even though she said, I don't want to see you again? No, I didn't fuck up. Because we're better than ever right now. The important thing is right now, you're working on yourself. You're acknowledging your faults. I went back and acknowledged my faults. I acknowledged where I was thinking, how I was thinking wrong, how I was expecting the worst. I acknowledged stupid things I've done. And I made amends with myself first. That, okay, you did fuck up. And this might take some time and you might not be perfect. But I made amends with me and I relaxed and let go and let God what's his name? Neville's student, I forgot his name already, damn. And I wanted to have him on the podcast too. But I let go and I let God. Let it flow, let it go. Forgive yourself, forgive them, forgive the situation. Write the letters if you have to. If you're someone who needs therapy, go to therapy. It could help. You know, there's people who are trained in that. Like I said, I'm going to be having a therapist on here probably tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the correlation. I mean, a lot of from my own experience and what I do know about therapy, a lot of it does coincide. They go hand in hand. But we want to keep our thoughts, in control. We want to keep our thoughts in control. We want to feel good and forgive ourselves and not beat ourselves up. So no, to answer that question, you did not fuck it up. You can't fuck it up. Because if I did it, you did it. But right now for you, if you're really feeling that beat down and defeated, your number one goal should be you. Because even if you have SP but if you got issues in your own mind, not saying you particularly, I did too, everybody does, we all have our own issues. Until we work on that and fully love ourselves and feel complete in us, that relationship is just a cherry on top of a good life. The person is a complement to your life, not an asset. They're not something you need. They're something you want and something that would feel good to have in your life. Same thing as like, look, I wanted to get a nice car. Like there's a different car I want to get right now. And I said, I'm working on manifesting it. If I want that, do I need it? I have a car that runs just fine. And I just got it back from the shop. Well, there's a lot of cool motorcycles out there I might want, but I got a motorcycle here that runs fine. If I don't get the sports car, I got a motorcycle. So that's the thing. You already have everything you need to be happy. I'm using the car as an example. You have a perfectly good running car, which is a perfectly good running love in yourself, but you want love of an SP. I'm not saying you can't get it and you shouldn't want it and you don't deserve it. I'm just saying tune up your car, clean your car, make sure it's functioning properly and it runs good. And then because you did that, you'll be able to take a lot better care of the one that you get. And then by that time too, it's gonna be perfectly tuned up and ready to go for you too. Nick, I'll BRB. It's mind over matter. I don't mind, they don't mind. I don't mind, they don't matter. I like that, Ink. That's pretty good. I know you're gone right now, but that's good. I have a lot of friends that are way older, and this is what they say. In 2 years, 5 years, you'll forget the bad stuff. Oh, a therapist? How fancy. I forgot the term I'm supposed to be using, but yeah, therapist. I know there's different terms. So we're coming up to the final 8 minutes. I wanted to hit an hour on here. We're coming up on an hour. Like I said, I was in a rush today, but I don't want to let you guys down because we're all in this together. And if I could be here to facilitate all of us motivating each other and coming to me with questions and keeping your spirits up, then I'm going to do that. So I'm here right now. And while we got more viewers right now than usual, like I said, one merch item came, there's more coming. I'm not going to launch the store until I'm happy with everything and all the products. But here, this is a unisex large. Well, if you're a bigger guy like myself, 6 foot on a good day, 5'11" on an average day, with a decent amount of muscle, you want an extra large. I'm gonna order an extra large too, see how that is. But I won't launch any merch until I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Now it's kind of expensive for me to order everything in the merch store right now. So I'm gonna sit back a little bit and I'll launch it, but if I see generally everything there that looks good, I'll launch it. .64 in heels. If I get the 5.5 inches, then I'll be 6'5". Then I'll be able to join the NFL. I don't need cleats, give me the heels. Manifestation hack. Be like Robert De Niro in all the movies when he wears like those big ass shoes that look taller. Get the Tom Cruise shoe lips. Yeah, there you go. My only regret in life was that I never became 6 feet. Then again, it's not a reason that you can't manifest that. I manifested certain growths in muscles, all kinds of muscles. I had somebody confirm that too. It's really smoky today. All right, we got 6 minutes, guys. Drop your questions, comments, concerns, positive thoughts, manifestation successes. Let's hear it. I'm gonna throw up. Let's hear it before we get off here. Posture, yeah, posture does help. I'm sitting a little hunched over right now, but it's all right, it's all right. We all need to have Big Nick energy. I should put that on a shirt. Big Mystic energy. trying to chug the cigar is never a smart move. Had a Nick Energy success story today. There we go. Yeah, you did have some success today. Not some, you had a lot of success. We don't have little manifesting success stories, and we don't have a little success. We only have success. I fully intend to be on my SP's channel. There you go. Hey, you know, I'll tell a manifesting success story about that. If you guys don't follow Bia, follow Bia. She has a channel. She was coaching for somebody else for a while. I had a coaching session with her when I was trying to manifest my SP back the third or fourth time, I think. And I said, no, it's impossible for this many times. Hold on, somebody sent me a message and it threw me off. I said, no, you can't manifest someone back this many times. All I needed was, this is the benefit to a coach at times. I just needed to hear it from an outside source. No matter how many times I heard it in videos, I needed to hear it. I don't know why, but, and this is breakthroughs for people sometimes. I needed to be able to pay and to hear everything I'm doing is right and that I will have success. And I did. And that for some reason, as crazy as that sounds, as stupid as it sounds, it's not even a plug for coaching. Because fuck it, if anything, go coach with her. But the point was, I needed to hear that permission personally that I was on the right path, and I did. And anyway, I told her at the end of it, I said, I will be, I said, I'm gonna have a channel one day, and I'm gonna have you as my first guest. And she couldn't show her face, but we made an exception, and she was in the chat going back and forth with me. So because she couldn't show her face, we just chatted back and forth on there about manifestation and success. So if you haven't checked out Bia's channel, go follow it. It's BIA with the little rose emoji at the end. But she's a great coach. I heard she posted a video the other day. I haven't checked it out yet, but she hasn't posted in a while. So let's show her some love. Tell her you're sending love from the Mystic. Look at this boy, my boy. Hey, how you doing, my boy? Because I saw your audio message. I haven't listened to it just yet, my brother, but I will soon. Here you go, Mystic Pirate. We got some merch. The rest of it will be out soon. Mystic Pirate will be wearing it too. You can model it and promote it at some shows. I was freaking out about my SP, and Mystic Nick told me to go and take care of my other stuff. And I got done signing up at the gym, and SP was caught creeping on my Facebook. So thank you, Nick. There you go. See, like prioritizing yourself. And like I said, do the gym for you. Do the good things for you, not to get something. Because when you're doing something to get something, it implies that something you don't have. So look at you did that for you, and birds before land, or as I like to call it, major success. That is awesome, Nick. Thank you for sharing that story about the coach. Oh, no problem. That's, yeah, it was motivational because I'm like, man, I'm not going to be able to get it. And then I was like, wait, if we do it, we were just talking in the chat and we do it like this. She goes, I can actually do that. So we did. And maybe now she might actually be able to appear side by side because like I said, I'm trying to get more coaches that I respect on here. Naya is a big one I would like to get. I haven't reached out to Elmer, but I would like to have Elmer too, Tom Kieran. Who's the other? The Neville student. That Coach DeCarlo guy. What's up, Gary? How you doing, brother? I just saw your messages coming through. I'll talk with you soon. We could talk. I'll light up another cigar and we'll chat on my way to go pick up the meals, which I got to get going in a couple minutes. So let's have some closing thoughts. We still got 2 minutes left, guys. If you got anything to say, positive thoughts, closing words, ideas, whatever you need, I'm here. Let's go. Major success. There we go. That could be a shirt too. Big Nick Energy, Mystic Energy. I created a hat the other day. It's gonna go across here in green and have money signs. It'll say Abundant AF with some money signs. And I'll put the little Mystic wolf in the back. I do like, the only thing I like about this large shirt is it makes my pecs look fucking huge. It makes my shoulders look more round. But definitely unisex, like I said. It's only works for me because I roll my fucking sleeves up. So if you're about my size, go with the extra large. Time to eat. Thank you for the stream. Nice and smooth. There we go. Well, get your food in. As Rich Piana says, eat big to get big, goddammit. So go out there, eat a healthy diet, and keep that mental diet strong. I think that's a good way to close it. Remember, like I talked about, you can't fuck this up. Everything is working out in your favor. Keep your mental diet clean and your physical diet clean. You got this. Only look for the best. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. And I don't know how to turn it off. There we go. Now I can hit you with the signature. See you guys.